Hey YouTube, it's Mr. UFL here with a deck profile of Reaper Prophecies. So here we go.
Okay, let's start with the boss, the Reaper. Now, he has 3 different effects which activate depending on the number of spellbooks engraved. You can just only 3 different names, he just gains 600 win. 4 different names, you get a spell card from deck in addition to 600, and if you have 5 or more with different names, you can special summon a level 5 or higher Dark Spellcaster from the deck in addition to himself. But you can only activate him once per turn, so you can't chain 3 and end up with lots of fun.
Plus 4s.
Yeah, this ain't Insectors. There's your other Spellcaster.
That you special off Reaper?
Uh-huh. He keeps coming back, detach to exceed, bring him back, lots of OTKs, and various protection. Really dirty. Expensive, but powerful. The Consistency Man. Spellbook Magician, normal summon or set and have it flip up. You get a spell card from deck. Short, sweet, and to the point. The Fool. Do not pity him.
I pity the fool.
Shut up. Because he's one of the main ways of getting out Reaper. By once per turn, send 1 spell card from deck to grave.
Like, as you were saying?
From deck to grave, and then if during the end phase, if you have 5 or more different names during the turn you activate this effect, tribute him, get Reaper.
Nice.
2 strength. I personally like her just because she gets over Ryo, which kills the deck, and she turns everything to beaters, which is kind of how I play the deck, and she recycles when you don't have tower up. Some people don't like her, I personally do. Triple Breaker. Everybody knows Breaker.
Yeah. Like,
Breaker?
you were talking about like you like this over Lila. How come?
Lila adds a mill factor, which adds a luck factor, which I personally do not like very much.
Some more Pepsi?
Yes, please. And he'll actually survive for more than 1 turn after you use the effect, probably. And he's a beater under power, 2900, very nice.
Yeah.
And random spell counter OTKs with Magical Exemplar, the other way of getting Reaper from the deck, or from hand rather.
Graveyard.
Yeah, graveyard or hand. She just adds a lot of options since you're activating a lot of spell cards. Decent attack. Good stuff. Veiler.
Gotta play it. Moving on.
Well, it's not just his effect. You can sync with him to make rank 7s with Reaper or Destroyer, or use life on him. Which basically sync options. Anyway, currently running 1 Kaiku. He's good for Chaos Dragons and Agents. Decent beater. Good against some decks, not against others.
That's why I sided out game 2.
Or side in the other 2 if it's Agents or Dragons.
Yeah. Moving
Good
on.
stuff. The Grand Spellbook Tower. Powerful stuff, +1 every standby phase. Then, when it finally dies, you get a search, unless it's in chain.
You gotta make it miss timing.
So yeah.
I pitted Spellbook.
Spellbook of the Master. I currently run 1 because I only have 1. When I get another, I'll replace the Kaiku with it. But basically, it just adds more to grave, or you can double use an Eternity, a Secrets, power.
Broken stuff.
Mm-hmm. Do I have to explain?
No,
Yes.
it's a Rhoda. Once per turn.
Spellbook of Fate, it's the main defensive option of the deck. Banish 1 to return a set spell or trap to hand. Banish 2 to flip a card face down or face up. Monster. And banish 3 to banish 1 card. And the fun thing is, it doesn't target, so they would have to chain to banishing, which means you just hit another target. Triple Wisdom is why you're allowed to not use MST. Because you don't give a darn about Torrential, Bottomless, anything like that.
Keep that Priestess or like Reaper on the field, so no fucks given.
Continue to beat face. Fun stuff. 2 Spellbook of Life, get Reaper from grave, reuse him, or
Premature burial.
sync options. Good stuff.
Level of changing. So why not?
Star Hall, get this out early, you get big monsters. Some people don't like it. I do because, like I said, I play it in a kind of beat-down protection style.
It's like Solidarity plus, but if it's like a
But
searcher,
if it's destroyed, it turns into a Rhoda.
yeah.
So,
Plus, you get it's a Solidarity replaces itself. It's not just a fat -1.
and it's recyclable.
Funny is just fail.
2 Eternity with 2 Destroyer and Fate. I use 2 Eternity just so I can cycle through, reuse it. 2 Power turns everything into a Beat Stick and a Searcher, and then you just protect it with. But if you remember, if you chain Wisdom to the activation of Power, like if they tried to Lance or something, it will not go through. Magical Dimension, it's to get dead Reapers or Destroyers from hand. And if you use the Destruction effect, it's not a -1.
You owe me some next time. I got to go.
And it's good tech. You know.
Staples. So now they'll enter the extra deck.
1 Tempest Magician. She creates random OTKs and is just spellcaster sync option. Not comes out often, but often enough. Black Rose, Walking, Talking, Heavy, Dark, Nuke Hole.
Nuke.
Ancient Sacred Wyvern. It's more of a win more card, but
Beatdown.
yes. Librarian, mostly because he's a spellcaster. I don't sync enough to, and against syncing decks like Infernities or Agents to some point. He's good. Boomstick, kill everything.
Yep.
Except course. Course makes it sad. Exabeetle, he's mostly you run him to 1 that he sends with his effect, 2 he's Gaia Dragonable, and 3 you can detach Destroyer, then special summon the Destroyer. Bouncer, good control, great effect, but he's not a spellcaster, so beware those bottomlesses that you don't have MSDs for.
Yeah.
Swordbreaker, same with Exabeetle.
Cataster.
Bigger Cataster that auto detaches or can detach on command. Tyrus, deck has level 5 synchros and the main deck stuff can come level 5 easily. So
Over like Gaia Charger maintenance too.
Speaking of Gaia Dragon, all know that love is piercing. Maestro, good protection. You don't often make 4s. You won't save very much. Shining Elf, yes, I know. This is actually being used somewhere.
What does he do?
When a monster is normal special summon, you can detach a material, have that monster lose 500 attack, and yes, 500 attack. Spellcaster gets boost from Star Hall, power, protected. And then those 2.
Sorry about that.